Hey guys, I'm Nick McLean and this is the NM Music Channel. Thanks for joining us today. This is where we talk about anything and everything related to being a modern musician, from education or being a student or a teacher to performing either live or just for yourself, or growing and managing a music business. I think anything in between. I'm a modern full-time musician and I just want to share what I do and try to help you guys out. Anyways, today you're tuning in to the live session, the live lessons. We are doing jazz lessons starting on Monday, February 18th at 3:30, where we go live every single day at 3:30 with jazz lessons, jazz improvisational lessons. Anyways, the goal of this video right here is just to give you guys some idea of what's going on with Monday's first session. How does it work? What are we doing? And what do you need to do to be ready to join this session? So, first of all, these videos are for everyone. You don't have to subscribe. It helps if you do. You don't have to buy anything, or I should say you don't have to buy anything. Stick around for some cues on that later. But anyone will be able to grab their horn, come to this daily practice session, or actually I should say it's a lesson. Come to this daily lesson, right? Grab your horn and play along with me as I practice through a set practice routine designed each week to accomplish one goal. Again, a set practice every week, every day we practice, a set practice routine for one goal that I design every single week and send out to you guys. So you'll see the names of the videos and how they work and what we're working on, but know that each week is a new thing that we work on. And yeah, it's pretty much the gist of it. You grab your horn and you play along with us. Now, the cool thing is, as you play along, I'm going to be leaving a lot of extra time for you to hit record on your recorders, some extra time for you to upload the MP3s to an email or Facebook message, or even link it in a Dropbox to the side over here if you've worked on something and you want some criticism on it. As long as it's pretty relevant to what we're doing, I'm happy to listen live, and we're going to dedicate like 3 or 4 times a day to do that. And yeah, that's what we're about. Live jazz lessons every single day, 3:30 Central, right? One goal per week, and a great lesson plan that I've written out to get this done, to get you guys on track. Cool. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about today was to explain to you what this was, and I think I think if you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to answer questions about how this is going to work. So first things first. Like I said, this is for everyone. You should be able to grab your horn. You don't have to buy anything to jump into this. But I will say, I am making a subscription service online. It's $2 a week, right, for access to all the materials that coincide with all the lessons I write. I'm going to have materials written every single day. We're going to be writing materials live. We're going to be recording materials live, making sure we got everything underway just to make sure it's on there, so you can either get on and watch these videos, or if you just have the materials, you can practice along with those if you don't have internet, or you can practice along with those and then get on and watch the videos for the best kind of collision of all that. So yeah. Cool. So, first things first, let's walk through the typical day of a jazz lesson, a live jazz lesson here on the channel. So the first thing I'm going to do out here is I'm coming to my computer, and normally I think I got to go get my horn. It's out in the car. I'm going to have to go get that. It's going to be cold. It's a cold day today. So, I'm pulling up my how it's going to work. First and foremost, we are always going to be listening live, right? If you've watched my video on the lesson plan and how my lesson plans work, you know that the most important thing you can do as a musician is listen to music. It seems kind of like I shouldn't have to say that, but trust me, I have to say that, right? So we're going to listen live. We're going to enjoy ourselves, listen to our assignment, maybe listen to a couple different tunes on the station. I'm going to point out what I like. You guys can point out what you like. Yeah, it's going to be a very casual introduction. And that lasts, typically just a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? after we listen, we're going to be moving on to a live session that we practice our maintenance routine. Like I said, every single week I write one lesson plan that has different variations throughout the week that we'll be practicing. And in the maintenance plan, in the maintenance part of that lesson plan, it's going to aid us in our overall goal. So, to give you guys an idea, by the way, our overall goal next week on our first series, our first 7 videos on learning this stuff, right? Our first lesson plan is to go ahead and learn the progression of the blues and to be able to make a very simple solo using the appropriate scales and appropriate chords to the blues. And don't worry, it's not hard at all. I'm going to walk you guys through it. So even if you have a minimal understanding of all this, I think we'll be able to work through it together. I'm going to shed it, like I said, we're going to shed together. We're going to be practicing together. All right, so we're going to practice together. I'm going to have the metronome on, the trumpet out, everything. We're going to be, I'm hoping that you guys will play along with me. Hit record while you play along. Listen to yourself later. Save these ideas of how this works for later. You know what I'm saying? So we'll work through our maintenance routine live every single day, and that is about it. There's 4 exercises that I give every single week, and we work through those live. So going on, we have listen to the maintenance from the student. So if you guys made some at this point, I'll request some audio recordings. So like I said, I'm always going to be leaving some time to let you guys hit the record button as we're playing along. Hopefully you have me in your earphones or your earbuds, one free so you can hear yourself playing along. You know, I'll have the metronome, we'll be playing together. If you make a mistake, that's cool. We're going to be repeating things a bunch, but check it out. These videos go into what's that word I'm looking for? Into the log of my YouTube history. I'm going to have them all organized so you can go back and watch them again. I think you can even drag the cursor back and watch what you've watched previously from the live stream. So if you mess up and you really want to hit that section again and we're live, I believe you can do that. If not, no worries. We're going to be repeating it a bunch, and the videos get reposted later. So you can go back and practice it as many times as you need, along with someone, right? Cool. We're going to listen to one of you guys play. Hopefully you've hit record. I'm going to remind you a bunch. Hit record, hit record, hit record, and give you time to upload to either a Dropbox or email it to me quick, and we're going to hit play. We're going to show the world what you've played for that maintenance routine. It's almost like a masterclass. You get a chance to get up in front of everyone and show off what you've been practicing for the last couple weeks. We're going to critique it. That's the point. And it's going to be great because I know as long as we can listen to you, and as long as you're open to some criticism or feedback or praise even, you're going to love, sharing what you're working on. When you work hard and you share it and you get feedback, even whether it's bad or good, people tend to work harder. So the next thing we're going to do, we are going to do a fundamental practice live. Like I said, if you've watched my YouTube video on the practice plan, this is the same practice plan. It's the same practice plan for all my in-home students, all my in-school students. Everyone does this practice plan, so we'll get on here, and we're going to be doing it with me live, in motion. How many times can I say live? That's the question today. Have you counted? Let's start the count right now. Live. Okay, so we're going to be practicing the fundamentals of the week together. There's going to be 7 different exercises or variations of the exercise that get progressively harder throughout the week. So if you are a more advanced student, wait for the end of the week. Or if you're a beginner student, jump in and do it a couple times, throughout the week. This is a practice session. I'll be on here for about an hour each day doing all these exercises. So I hope you have your horn. It's going to be, you're going to love it. So we've practiced our fundamentals together with the metronome, talked about how we should feel, talked about how we think about these things. We're going to go on and do the transcription next, right? Everyone has a transcription. It's jazz. You got to expect to transcribe. But funny enough, if I was teaching classical, it'd be the same exercise. We'd be loading up the audio for the classical tune you're working on, and we're going to be making sure we can play that as well from ear, transcribing it. I think that's That's why it's next in the list. It's super important, right? So we're going to be transcribing the head or the melody, transcribing a little bit of something together. Hopefully you guys are working on it. I'm going to try to let you hear the notes before I give the answers away. All right, looking at the list here, we've transcribed. Next, I want to ask you to send in your transcription. Maybe you've transcribed what we've asked you to transcribe. That's great. Maybe you're a little bit more advanced of a player and you just want some, and you went ahead and transcribed the solo, or you did a different tune in the same style, or something relevant to what we're working on, hopefully if it's something different. Send it in. Again, email it. We're going to make it very clear for you guys to be able to send that in. Very easy, and we'll hear this, hear how this works, and yeah, it's going to be super fun to hear all these students live. All right, we've listened to you, critiqued you, same thing as earlier, but just over a different section of the practice. This is over your transcription, right? The next thing we're going to do is, everyone is excited for this one, I'm sure, is actually learning to solo over the blues and being able to play the blues and how they work, you know, and learning to phrase and learning what to use and what not to use, when to use it and where to use it. So each day, like I said, 7 different lessons, 7 different lessons for that are all progressively harder throughout the week to nail this one goal. It's going to be based off of our fundamentals that we've already practiced, based off our maintenance routine that we already practiced, based off the transcription, which we already practiced, based off learning a head or a melody that we already practiced. It's going to be, I'm going to outline it to make it an easy way for you to learn how to solo over this specific section. Each week is going to be a little bit different, right? So we are going to work through that together. It is a regimented exercise. We might be improvising, but we are also purposefully allowing ourselves some space for creativity as well. I guess my practice on improvisation is, first we need to establish when and where and what to put on our solo. What to put when and where on our solo, right? When to use this scale, when to use that, when to use this chord, when can you use this, what does this mean? I make it very regimented, very easy to do. So we go through that, and we're going to make sure we have that ability to solo competently with some regimented material, and then we'll leave that extra space, like I said, to allow some creativity to mix it up. But it's a guided improv section, right? The last thing that we'll be working on is listen to you guys play the solo that is an etude of the week, or it's going to be listen to you guys play the improvised solo as well, right? So either one at this point. This is the end of the lesson. We'll probably have time to listen to 2 or 3 people a week. If it's a really long solo, maybe just one. Just send it in, and I will help with the critique. And if anyone else is in the comments that wants to help critique, or it's great to hear you guys live. It's great to hear you guys share what you're working on. And that's the whole point of this. I want you guys to, 1, be able to learn, 2, be able to share what you're practicing, share it with others, because that's one of the best ways to get better. And 3, I need you guys to be playing some jazz, right? That's the whole goal. I want you guys to take this and run with it and become a jazz musician. And every single week, like I said, is going to be a whole different goal with 7 different lessons. Yeah, that's the basic outline. Hopefully we're here for about 30 minutes or an hour. It just depends on the day-by-day video that we're going to be doing. Anyways, as the last preparation to get ready for Monday's session, and I mentioned that Monday is our first session, you need to go to www.nm-music.org, right? Hit the lessons button, hit the store at the top, right? And then go down to where it says live lessons with Nick. It costs $2 a week. Not only is this a great way to get the materials and practice and start shedding those materials before we even start, but is a great way to grab those materials, or it's a great way to support the channel, support learning jazz, and support someone that's trying to help you guys. I'm hoping that you guys will indulge in this and join up. So how it works is it's $2 a week. In that week, as soon as you pay it, I'm gonna hit that button, fulfill the order. in your email, you're going to get all the files, a link to all the files. You can hit download, and they're yours to keep forever. If you lose the files, it's cool. Send me the receipt. I'll send them back to you, right? But if you don't have a receipt, I can't send them to you, right? But you can still get them. Say you haven't seen the series. Say you're just joining and it's week 6 and you really want to start from week 1. You can go on my website, and down below, it's not there yet because we haven't started this series yet, but down below will be a bunch of the single lessons where you can come back and watch each one of these videos and work through them on your own, right? So they will cost a little bit more. They're going to be $5 per lesson, and you can buy, specifically which ones you want. Then come back, watch the videos, and still practice along, just after the fact, way after the fact. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. My name is Nick McLean. This is the NM Music Channel, where we talk about anything and everything related to the modern musician, from performing to educating to running a music business. So, lastly, I guess, is I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Hit me up for a free lesson, and see you guys on Monday. I'm also going to get on here tomorrow and do this video again, just to give you guys an example of what we're working on, let you know what I'm thinking for round 1. Cool? See you guys. Bye.